Hello folks, welcome into the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Minecraft today working on the Sci-fi base, the command center on the Mushroom Island. We're going to pick up where we left off, working on some panel iterations and some details. First we're going to go repair the pickaxe and pick up some levels for labeling shulker boxes, as I have to keep organized and move things around. And I don't know if we're going to start moving shulker boxes, but I'm feeling very restricted by still having this original kind of campsite in the middle of the island. I want to try to start to use the inside of the base for something. Maybe we'll put in an elevator or something like that to try to figure out like how we're going to get from floor to floor, but that's the plan. Pretty straightforward. Hello Mikatu, good to see you. SweetSandi of course is here. Freckles, welcome in. We've also got Cosmic lurking in the background, I'm sure, and Nadila is here as well. Good stuff, good stuff. We're just gonna jump right in. First, I need to make sure that I've got my sword with me, because it's really slow without it. I don't need the dirt. The inventory was a real mess when I logged in, so I took some time to clean it up. It's going to be nice. We were kind of all over the place the other day. I think that's good for now. Maybe we'll grab some extra rockets. And how are we doing for gold? Not the best. I need to sort out a better way to get gold. So hopefully this won't take too long. I can't think of anything else that we don't have on the Mushroom Island, like any materials we don't have, anything like that. I guess I could check the swamp on my way by, see if there's anything else I want to grab, since we're right here. Oh, I gotta fix that too. Just glass? Yeah, it's just gray glass. I don't think we need any redstone. We don't need bones. Don't need arrows. Goldstone dust. Maybe we'll clear that out. We certainly don't need gunpowder because we've got that stuff covered. Lime. I've definitely got enough green dye. A lot of times I like to leave little bits of stuff in chests around old builds, just because if you have a creeper explosion or something happens, then it makes it easier to repair. Yeah, we're not missing anything. This is an old base, so we're probably okay. Blast Jordan, hello. We'll go the back way. Somebody was asking yesterday if we have a wither skeleton farm on the server. Yes, that's it right there. Don't use it very much though. They're actually not mad at me right now. Surprising. Now they are. Cool. So hopefully this won't take too long. In the meantime, I do have... Oh, right, I can't pop out of this. I was going to pop up an image. I guess I could just... No, it has to be on my screen. Okay. The auto clicker means that the Minecraft window has to be full screen. So yeah, yesterday we were working on some of the angles on the panels, and I want to try to, instead of taking the vertical separations, I want to try to angle them to go in line with the stripe and see what that looks like. I think I want to keep the narrower tip to the wing. I might actually go around the corner and tighten it up and then make sure that that is what I want. Because I feel like a lot of times in Minecraft, what's not talked about is things like the sacrifices that you have to make to accommodate aspects of a design that you like, versus if that gives you something that you don't like or a challenge that you have to deal with, or if it makes something that you liked before look not as good. So the orange stripe is something I really like about this design, and I'm really leaning on the fact that I like a narrower tip to the wing, but in doing so it creates a break in the stripe, so I'm trying to maintain both, which might mean a slightly different way of doing things. Too much standing on the foot blast, Jordan? It's a good thing you've got two. I know what you mean, though. I, briefly, years ago, had done some work in retail over the holidays, and a lot of standing. I don't envy the people that are on their feet all day long. I mean, I say that, and sitting all day long is terrible, too. That's why I do a mix. Like, I'm really only at the computer for the morning, the 3-hour stream in the morning, and then I do have other computer work to do in the afternoon, but, like, I can get up at any point, right? Every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes. Get a cup of coffee, glass of water, lunch, all that kind of stuff. So weird that some of the nuggets are not going down into the hoppers. I feel like a better design for this this farm would be a wider section for them to go through, and then a narrow window for you to hit them through, so that they're all trying to get to you, but they would be able to come in a lot faster. Because they come in batches. I could probably also increase the speed of the... Yeah, see, like, if they go off to the side like that, I don't hit them at all. The stuff's to have sweeping edge. But you have to actually hit them. It might also be better without the minecart, because then they wouldn't die. Like, they would pile up and pile up and pile up. So nothing would die without your hit. And so you'd end up with more. I guess maybe I could also sneak in a little bit closer. I might have been a little bit far away. Oh, long lab work requires a lot of moving around. Yeah. Hey, Freckles! Yeah, if you've got a sub, then you don't have to worry about ads. That might have been... Was that a gift sub? I don't remember. You're on 2 months, so probably not. Although this community is pretty generous, so you could have easily received 2 months of gift sub. I'm not a popcorn fan, Blast Jordan. I like the taste of it, but I had braces as a kid, and ever since, it's stuff like that getting stuck in my teeth. I can't stand it. I shouldn't say I can't stand it. It's not my snack of choice. If it's the only snack, I will have some popcorn, but I usually prefer potato chips or something crunchy. I mean, the ultimate movie snack is peanut M&Ms. Fight me on a hill. But when I can't have those, runner-up would be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Although those are kind of messy. You don't have alternatives right now? You're out of snacks. Well, then, you know, the snack you have is better than the snack you don't have. Fair. First month was a gift, second month was me. Oh, thanks very much, Freckles. That's awesome. That's exactly how a gift sub is supposed to work. The first taste is free. Yeah, when I said that my community was generous, I didn't necessarily mean to compare them to drug dealers, but, you know, here we are. Alright, I think that's it. I don't need to spend too much time here. I just wanted to get that, plus whatever looks a little extra gold that we picked up in the process. Not bad. Such a fun room. M&Ms are really nice, but they're around 2 times more expensive than so-called typical candies. So I have them that often. You're right. Peanut M&Ms have gotten ridiculously expensive. I'm not sure where the best place to get them is, but like it is. They're far too expensive for what they are. I don't get them very often. Like special occasions, like going to see Star Wars, or, you know, maybe when the new Lord of the Rings movie comes out. Although, I wasn't a big fan of the Hobbit series, so I don't know how the Gollum movies are going to land. I mean, I just want to go back to the Middle Earth, so I'm probably on board. I feel like over time I got used to the Rings of Power series. Speaking of subscriptions, Jody Illyria subscribing with Prime, 48 months, 4 years of subs. Hi, Joel and chat. Just wanted to pop in and say hello before going out to breakfast. Great. Have pancakes or be wrong for the rest of the day. The choice is yours. Thanks very much, Jody. I really appreciate it. Okay. So, we need to make some decisions here. So the idea that I had yesterday was, instead of these vertical lines, we just angle them to follow the stripe. So it would mean, at first I thought this was going to be smaller, but it would mean angling this back. So this would actually go probably about there. And then there, that wouldn't change. And then this would come out a little bit. and then this would come back a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to try. But first, I think it would be worth it to complete the frame on the top of this, even if it's just the polished tuff, and remove the diorite on this side, at least on the top part and that top section. And I think we decided that we like the terracotta underneath this. It gives us some options for the top. So and I also wanted to think about where an elevator might go. I really like this construction. So this is, for people that don't know, there's a water column in the back there. And honey blocks have less than a full hitbox. So you can go in, and the corner of your character, actually, I might be able to show this. F5, F3B, yeah. So my hitbox goes into the water column just by a little bit. See that? And so it pushes me up. Very sci-fi. So because we've got these angles right now, I was thinking that this kind of space would be a good spot to potentially put one of those. And it would be a really easy way for me to get up without having to fly around. Wouldn't mean moving some of this maybe. That could be a fun thing to do as well. First things first, I'll grab that. Maybe not 3. Hi, Nadila with 100 bits. Trying out the bit thing. Thanks very much. That's kind of you. And that kicked off a hype train. So you more than tried it. You kicked it off. You started the thing. I don't think I need the ender chest on me right now. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's a slab. Right. Remember, I screwed that up. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. I mean, this is going to change if we like the new format. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's 12 again. I would say yes. Yep. Man, free cam is so useful. now underneath this, we've got a full block and then a stair. And then full block. I think that's another stair. Yeah, full block stair. Actually, do the stair first. And then it just copies all this, but it's just over by a few. So 1, 3. Just get enough of that out of the way that it doesn't get in our vision. Bounty? Man, I am not a coconut fan. You are on your own. Give me a coffee crisp any day. And if you're not Canadian, you might not know what that is. Some of our American border states might, but coffee crisp is my favorite. Known Cupid, hello, how's it going? Twix? Too much caramel for me. I like a Snickers. Snickers is a good one. When I was a kid, I liked Mars bars. I don't know why. So that is the width of the top of it. And I much prefer that to, we go over here and compare that. Actually, maybe I should try to take a screenshot from roughly the same position. Yeah, let's try that. So can I get that about 1/3 of the way? And I'll just quickly take a screenshot there. We'll pop these up on screen. Snickers are fine. I'd prefer a laugh, but oh well. Nice. Oh, that's funny. This is going to be difficult in the dark. But hopefully this will make sense. So if I bring this up and I go between them, so that's the old width. And then, nope, that's the new one. Right? I feel like this looks more like that in terms of scale. That to me feels kind of wide. So I think good decision overall to make it smaller. Speedy Pigeon, hello. Welcome in. How'd you find the stream? It's a fun username. SweetSandi, you like the narrow end? Nice. Yeah, me too. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take a crack at moving this stuff, which is meaning we have to ride our friend the Happy Ghast. I don't even remember what I named him. I think I just called him number 1. Should rename him 0. on account of how useful he is. So if I move this back by 1, then this doesn't have to change, which I like. So we'll take this out. Oh, I didn't bring any terracotta. Although I think we preferred the other way around. Yep, welcome to the morning of misclicking. Thank you to the Happy Ghast. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then this is going to go down. Oh, wait a minute. That'll have to go out like that. Do I like that? 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. I think we do this, we probably have to go up here. Yes, then this would come forward. This is where I would like to hop off the Happy Ghast, be able to collect the items, and then hop back on without the ghast flying 50 meters away, right? Like, this is the tedious part. This stuff. And you can't maneuver like you're flying a hovercraft, which I think is a real pain. Like, I want to be able to move on this like I move in the game. I think that's... Oh, that's... Got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to have to go out farther, I guess. Let's just try this part here. Oh, I didn't bring any orange. I knew I forgot something. Yeah, this isn't working. Again, it's so frustrating how slow you are. Terracotta. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. But this is in the wrong spot. Last week you died from an elytra or a crystal explosion? Okay, so then this is in the wrong spot. I think. Right. This would have to have a lip on it. Yeah, I knew the glass was going to be a problem for this. So I've got 3 there, 3 here. Basically what I need to do is just extend this by 3 in front of every part of the stripe. Or maybe just 2. It's going to be a real pain to try to figure out where all this goes inside. Because we're using more blocks than we need to this stage. One, two, three. So then this would be in like that. That's where it would be. See? Spacebar for up, shift for down. It's not that hard. I wonder if we can get away with just a single strip instead of a double. And this is technically supposed to be... Or was I going to change that? Oh yeah, this goes right through. That's the other thing, is that because you're moving so slow, I feel like you don't get nearly as much done. for the daytime. You spend so many minutes just slowly hovering to your next position. I preferred this to have like a angle to it, didn't I? I think one level is okay. So technically this would come out here. Like that. Which is a nice, much nicer resolution at the bottom. Although there's a shift in here that wouldn't happen. Yeah, trying to land on scaffolding is tricky. Scaffolding will catch you though, if you use shift. Which is nice. I think I like that better than the straight line. I have to do the other one too, unfortunately. See, your reach is not increased because you have a giant thing underneath you. I don't think it's as good as people think. 1, 2, 3, 4 over the 1. So then this actually wouldn't be here. Why? Why would you leave? Like, he immediately turns around to fly away. Yeah, that is going to be tricky. I really don't know how we're going to fix that. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I take one off of this, then that'll do it. But I want to be at the same angles here. There's going to be some fine detail tweaks that are going to make this work, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes over here. Starting to think that ghasts were created solely for annoyance. You know what? You're not wrong. Yeah, as we get closer to the edge there, it doesn't really have the same feeling. So one thing we could do is pull this back a little bit so that the edge of this actually is more in line with something hard surface. So it might be worth it to continue the same pattern. But we'll have something solid here. This might really reduce the size of things though. I like that. I just don't know how we're going to handle it back here. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would be over here. I might be going about this the wrong way. If I switch this, be from there. So maybe we'll put something here. Yeah, I was always going over a flat window, so it never really mattered. You're going too fast. You can't mount the ghast. I may not be able to have even panels, which is kind of a pain. I mean, who's to say that they have to be straight lines, right? That look weird? No? So this is where trying to do a pattern ended up inspiring maybe a bit of a shape change. Are we in line to do the same pattern here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is where I messed up. Also, we were thinking about changing out all of this terracotta anyway. current members of the server are Alistair, Stephen, and Cosmic. Yep. I mean, I say that Stephen hasn't been on in probably a year. Alistair maybe as long. I feel like that's not bad. I might want to change that back. That's still 13, so I might want to take this back by 1 again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 now. All right, never mind. Hold on. I'm doing this the wrong way. The guy that does the lawn work around here is either the smartest or the dumbest person, because all they're doing is moving the leaves from one side of the yard to the other with a leaf blower, yet they're probably getting paid to do it. So there's that. That's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, they don't all have to be even. It's kind of what I had on the other side. But here we could even do something like stair to a slab, maybe? Yeah, I think that works. I might want to try what these look like as stairs. Stream is past the hour mark. Thanks very much. I don't know, Wormbo. I think that if you're raking, if raking exhausts you, I think that maybe people should rake more. I think that's the idea. I don't remember the stat, but somewhere I believe someone mentioned online. I saw that something like leaf blowers account for more air pollution and noise pollution, or almost as much noise and air pollution as not cars, but like it was something similar. It was like 20 or 30% of car pollution or something. All right, and then we'll just put another one of these back here. I don't know if I like that. The only problem. I wonder if I have to push it back a little bit. Oh yeah, electric leaf blowers would be better for pollution, obviously. Yeah, see now this just feels odd. So maybe we'll switch this back. Yeah, maybe this doesn't have to be a specific line. Maybe it just needs to be shape. I kind of like that these stick out. We might be able to do something with that. I wonder if it would be worth it. Might not be. This might look weird. No, don't like it. I think that's okay. We end up with these really broad spaces though, so I'd like to make sure we add some detail in through there. But that's the kind of thing where we could do upside down stairs. Oh, that's a slab. Maybe not there, maybe closer to the end would be better. All right, we need to collect some stuff here before I go a break and lose everything.
Someone should take a break before I have to use my powers.
I have to turn that down. Thanks very much for the TTS sticker, Sandy. Appreciate that. And yes, we're going to take a break. All right. I will be right back. I do this about once an hour, folks. Just gives me a chance to grab another cup of coffee or a drink. You can grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. We'll be right back. All right, let's see if we can finish up this shape and get it to a point where I like it. Yeah, not a fan of the stairs. Completely the wrong section. I mean, that's okay. Maybe on the end of it. We'll have to figure out if we want to leave details in like that. I think that's all right. Now I'm just wondering whether we can get rid of this lip at the top here. Although that helps with the edge of the stripe, doesn't it? Yeah. That's right. I wanted to rip down some of it anyway because I wanted to switch them to diorite. Oh, I never thought about that. What do they look like upside down? I might like that better. It might be starting to get a little bit too complicated. That's the only problem. Sometimes when you're dealing with these big resolutions, throwing in stairs can be a little bit tricky. Yeah, like I still have to fix this part here. Or I guess I have to mimic the other one? I don't know. The window stuff is a real pain with these new angled panels. I guess that looks okay. I mean, if these are going to be custom, we could also put stairs on these too, but that's just a straight block. I wonder if that might be better. maybe go past this by a bit. That might work. I think I might like the color shift fully to tough. All right, it's not bad. I think we're getting there. I feel like I could make a better angle up there. Babery Moose, hello, welcome in. So we also know we're not going to be using diorite on the bottom here, so I can replace that. I want to say we're probably going to be using cyan terracotta. You love cyan terracotta? Yeah, it's been pretty good, this build. We're using a little bit less of it than I thought. Over here we have it in the actual walls, but I think the plan is to actually use it. Weirdly, I think I'm using it in a place where I can't really see it, which is an odd choice. So I don't know. Seeing as we're not using it in the top, because I think I prefer this look to that look. So I might be able to find something cheaper than cyan terracotta now that I think about it. I don't want to use deep slate. I feel like stone might be a little bit too light. It would make sense though if the stone was in here, right? Like using something cheap like stone for the underside of this thing would be great because there's going to be so much of this. We'll have to view this sometime in the morning where the sun's shining at it so I can really get a feel for what colors are going to look like underneath here. I don't mind the stone. The real trick is going to be what it looks like up top, because I'd like to do some overlapping ridges with the tuff, polished tuff. Cyan terracotta is genuinely your favorite block. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I don't have a favorite block. I think it depends on the context. I'm not crazy about that. All right, let's just fill this in at least halfway. So I guess this is probably going to be facing out. So this probably be tough. Andy Thomas, thanks for the follow. I should have just brought the shulker box full of stone up here, but here we are. Start to get a feeling for how big the inside of this thing is going to be. definitely gonna have some room for some farms, that's for sure. Although, I might want to put more... I guess the farms that don't really make a lot of sense to have their own building, that might be what we put here. I think this is the first time we've filled one of these things in up to the top. I think it might make sense in some cases to actually bring some of the material around. Maybe not for the stripe. I really like the look of this on the outside. Maybe we have to go up a block. That's something to consider as well. This row of diorite is actually going to be stairs. Probably easier if we just place dirt down. So what I was thinking is that would be cool if we had some ridges. I don't know if I did that over here or not. Amazing build. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. Yeah, so here I thought about putting just like 2 rows of 5. And that would cover up a lot of the stone. But one idea would be to continue the deep slate, but then have that actually go back. So what I'm looking at is these little, this was the inspiration. There's these little ridges here in the corner. And there's also a lot of underside detail here. And I like the idea of that. No worries, Mikatu. Always good to see you. Have a good one. All right. Since we've got sunrise here, let's just take a look at these colors and see. I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference. I think stone might be the better way to go. Or maybe even having some recessed deep slate would be good. It needs some depth. Like, right, it's very flat. So by putting a ridge of deep slate down, not deep slate, tough. Feel like that could work. I don't know if I want to necessarily match the ones in the middle. Also, this is a lot more narrow now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's only 9 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll work. That's actually even better. So one thing we could do. Ooh. Where's the middle? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then we've got a deep slate here. 2, 3 here. And then would be in this space. Oh, but then the edges don't work. Right. Okay, never mind. This has to go the other way. So rather than going in, we'll go out on top of everything. Whoops. Right, and then we'll go on top of that. Okay. Some of these layers are redundant, so I need to figure out where they are and how to remove them. Obviously not those ones. Whoops. starts to make a little bit more sense. Yeah, that's a huge space. I'm thinking like some cool redstone stuff could be in here. Like, imagine if we had some sort of lights right on the underside of this that were blinking. Like, that would be really fun, and we could totally have all the room in the world to put enough redstone in there to make that happen. Freckles, thanks so much for being here. Take care. Dalaman Dam, hello, welcome back. Hope you're well. Okay. I really do feel like stone is going to be the way to go because it's going to be cheaper. Still not happy with this top part. Maybe that'll look better. Or we could line it up with this other side here. I think that's a little bit better. Thanks for the lurk, Captain Ben. Appreciate it. I don't know about that. I think we do have to push that forward somehow. Bit of a tangent there that I don't like. So for folks that are not familiar, generally I try to avoid having texture shifts at the same place where there's multiple angles. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different vertices all meeting in this one spot. Plus there's a texture change. A good example of this kind of thing working is like here. There's lots of vertices meeting and there's a texture shift, but there's a depth change and there's a clear depth change there, whereas here it's not so clear. I wonder if all I need to do is just go over by 1. It might not be the best fix, but it'll certainly look better than what it is right now. Like, just take this over like this. I mean, again, not great, but better than nothing. I think a lot of this is problematic because I have not finished the roof. Like, I don't know what the roof is going to look like. So until I finish the roof, I don't know what the overhang is going to look like. I forgot that I had that clipped. Thanks, Sandy. All right, I feel like I'm kind of beating my head up against the wall here. So let's shift gears towards the panels here at the back. And I kind of think, I guess I could extend the dirt floor and see what we can, if we can salvage the window. I need to make sure that I've got enough room for those numbers. Oh. And if we extend the dirt floor, then I might also be able to work on useless. Might be able to work on the elevator. I want to try to do something different and get like little bits of tech happening, even if it's temporary. Good. That's almost there. Oh, that actually might be the wrong thing. I feel like that's where the window is. So right now it's a little bit lower, but I've also raised this up higher. So there's 1, 2, 3 blocks there, and there's only 2 blocks. I kind of like that the window was in line with that top part, so we should probably maintain that, which means the floor might shift a little bit. Don't think that is or isn't how it is in the concept art, but that's fine. And then stairs on top of that. So it's a tad higher. Does leave a little bit more room at the bottom. Man, we are high up. That does not leave a lot of room in the ceiling, unfortunately. So we might end up moving that down again. The amount of things in the game now that you can and cannot press shift on successfully is a real pain. I don't think I have any light blocks, just torches. Yeah, more rain. Surprise. It's happened a couple times so far. Thankfully, it's been close to when we've been sleeping. That's why I'm not doing anything really fancy right now. When it rains like this, I just switch gears and do something that doesn't require color or texture decisions because it gets so gray. It's hard to see, especially with the shaders. I mean, if I turn the shaders off, it wouldn't be so bad. Just want something wide enough to stand on that's not a pain in the butt. That connects to that. Okay, cool. So where are we? The elevator would be more in the inside here. Does this even have a middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Darn it. I guess we could go in that space. Do I have a nether box out here? I don't know if I do. Need honey, need soul sand, and what color did I make that? Sandstone. What does the acacia look like with the terracotta? He said not wanting to make any color decisions. That goes better. And it doesn't have to look like that. Frog lights are the other thing. So the honey blocks have to go here. So those could be honey blocks. That could be the water column. I kind of like it being inset though. Yeah. And then lights are behind the honey blocks. Cool, thanks Freckles. Appreciate the insight on blinking lights. That's great. Appreciate you posting that in the Discord. Then what do we put behind the column? Guess I could put more lights. I'm not sure if that's going to show it as too blue or what. All right, let's go with that for now. I don't know about using this many frog lights. Maybe we have to pick a different light source. Does look really cool, but we're gonna blast through so many frog lights. It's not even the top. Just the straight stripes are actually kind of cool. I don't know if we'd be doing diorite on the inside. I feel like this is more of a temporary structure, but I feel like behind the water we might have to go with a different block, at least for now. And that all has to be honey blocks. And you can't jump while doing honey, so be tricky. Yeah, maybe we put just a different color back here. It's a little dark. I mean, really, it could be anything. It's all going to have like a yellow honey coating on it. So maybe we do some... oh, this is the first time I think a cow has ever wandered in here. Maybe try some white concrete. Honey blocks in front of lights look so cool. Yeah, I agree. Especially the frog lights, because the frog lights have a texture to them as well. Yeah, I mean, that it doesn't matter what's back there. It's really not something you're going to see a lot of. I think the white is probably better, or we could go with a proper color. So we could go with like a yellow concrete. And see what that might look like. That's pretty close to the honey, I think. Just trying to find a cheaper block than frog lights to go in the back there. Whoops. I think the yellow concrete kind of wins out. I'm tempted to even try something like sandstone. Inventory is full. Just because it's not going to be white, but it'll be a little bit lighter. It's kind of dark. It could just be the fact that it's not a light block. I forgot about slow falling blocks on honey too. I guess the other thing I have to remember too is that there's going to be water over top of this. So there's going to be some sort of blue tint to it. It really doesn't seem to matter what we put back there, does it? I'm assuming that frog lights are going to look the best. But we can also create some sort of pattern. Yeah, the consistency does look... Well, though, you know, it's not that big of a difference. So you don't have to use a bubble column. You can actually just swim up. Yeah, it's a slight difference. If I had a frog light farm, then yes, I think that's what we would be doing. But I don't know if the frog light farm on the server is actually working. Stream time's at 2 hours. Thanks, Sandy. I guess we'll go with the sandstone. Like, you can't see where the sandstone really shifts. I guess there's the yellow concrete. Huh. Anyway, I need to take a short break. So I will do that while you all grab a friend, grab a snack, maybe a drink. And when we come back, we will either finish this up or work more on the panels. So since we've already started this, we might as well just finish it up. I think the easiest way to do that is going to be by probably putting the honey blocks first with some temporary blocks. I don't care about this. Get rid of that. I think it makes a funny noise. And I think I'm just going to use dirt on the back for now, because I don't even know if this is where this is going to stay, right? Whoops. No, I know there was a way to get like different what I'm looking for, floors with trapdoors, I think. You can just kind of stop yourself. But for now, do it this way. Get some kelp. I don't know if I have any prismarine out here. In here. Oh crap. I just realized I was breaking honey blocks. Guess that would have been a faster way to do this too. Need more honey. I forgot that I had those 2 blocks at the bottom that weren't there. You don't like the honey noise, Cosmic? Fair. There. So now rather than being in the honey or in the water, we can just go up this way. Right off. It's a little slower going down. Definitely noisier going down. We could probably waterlog a slab or something. You almost want to have the exits of these floors be on this side, so you don't have to turn around. Like that's enough space. Oh, right. I guess. We're going to have a little bit of a bump there. Wonder what happens. I have a block there. Do we hit the block? Yes. Huh. There's no way to go faster down. So if you had a waterlogged trapdoor, you might be able to do that. I mean, with Elytra, it's easier just to glide down. I'm not really worried about going down until I have floors that are like in the way. That's the other thing, Cosmic. I could turn down the we've got that sound mod. You could turn down your honey sounds. Or use a resource pack to change them. So that's one idea I had for the elevator system that will eventually be inside this place. Feels a little bit weird. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. Something I like to do on big builds like this is when you have an idea, taking the time to build it, and then as you're doing other stuff, you're kind of like walking by it all the time. And I feel like it kind of informs you know, just naturally, whether you like it or not. You might have another idea. You might think, well, this is great, but I want it in a different position. All that kind of stuff. All right, we can take this down then. I guess this is a good example of exactly that, right? I don't think I realized that sandstone was harder to mine than stone. Or I guess I should say smooth sandstone is. Probably because it's gone through a furnace, I guess. Oh, I ruined my stuff here. That sucks. That was a comparator and a repeater. It still works. I might have to put in more than that. Nine. That was not enough. Enough. That worked. Cool. I haven't really checked our chests in a while either. Nice. Last one. I think I'm going to fill this in and then put in the number. I think the number was that nice gray glazed, not glazed, but cyan terracotta. Right, and then here. And then we're going to jump on the happy gas on the other side and see if this is something that we like. Because if we made this wider... Oh, come on. Really? You have to be within clicking distance of the harness or just the ghast? So this is wider for more square numbers. 2 below. So I should be able to do 5 by 7 here. So I've got that to there. And then be able to do this here. Oh no, that's wrong. And I'm just copying 3 because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know that it matters. They both sort of work. If anything, these feel a little bit more stylized. Excited Sapling. That's a great username. So cool to see this place after listening to you talk about it on the Spawn Chunk. So that's very cool. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. That's one potential difference. I like that it feels a little bulkier at the top. I don't know if I like this little corner base. Thought I was going to, but I think we might like it better. Just like this. And I also want to fix, well, first I need to get off this and sleep. You like the narrower numbers? Yeah. I've missed the last month or two of Spawn Chunk's pods. Are you done with the medieval town? Yeah, finished that off the end of August. We did a tour. There should be a link. I think the command is Westhill? I can't remember. But yeah, there's a build tour video with myself and Pixorus. That was really fun, bringing Pixar into the Citadel to walk around and check it out. Right, I needed to fix this. Don't go anywhere. This is one of those builds that does look better from farther away. I wonder if we just need to go straight up here. That might be the best solution so far. I may want to add one more level on that. I wish that I could do something here that would be better. I wonder if we could just, I could keep this maybe, but then back this up and just do the corner right there. Keep it consistent. Anyway, one thing I wanted to do while I had the ghast was put in some of these ridges down here. So our middle is here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I could potentially have 5 here. 3 there. And then I have 3 in the middle. I think I like that. I don't know if I want to start them that high though. Lothus, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. I think I like that. Don't know how far we go down with it. I guess it would go all the way. Or maybe we would stop it around there. See, I want to go down, but I can't. I have to like look away. That's probably a good spot. Yeah. We could also do this with slabs as well. That might be less of a ridge. Maybe I'll try that on the other side over there. All right, what else do I want to try to get done? I don't really have any ideas for in here yet. Any thoughts from chat on the angles up here? Do we like those, or do we like it straight? I think it looks better from the ground straight. You like the angles? I feel like I messed up on the angle down here, but I don't want that to be any closer. We could keep this the same size and just make the numbers smaller. It would mean more room on each side, which would be good too. Tempted to have this be just a single strip removed. And that's also cyan. Probably because the door was cyan. Can't remember. so much faster than doing it with a happy ghast because of the mining speed. Except for when you screw up. Okay, we'll see what that looks like. Dan, you like both? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I think the decision will probably end up being final when we decide on what's happening with the roof. I think the roof is going to influence how things go, right? Like, so if this overhang bit that I've got going on here, if we end up keeping that, then maybe we want to continue that out, and at which point these angles might not look good. So I might try something over there. So a lot of this has to do with how we're going to adjust this. Yeah, I like that better. I do think that the color shift here is not great. I feel like it's probably better to go back to deep slate. Oh, which I don't have any. Crap. I did not think, so I said deep slate, I meant tough. I didn't think that I was going to be using this much tough in this build, but it's really quite nice for what we're using it for. I honestly think this is going to be better with a flat roof. I apologize for anybody in the chat that's prone to motion sickness because the flying around here has been a little brutal. Yeah, it is really gross, isn't it? You always feel like you're cheating with a flat roof? I won't be completely flat. Like, I'll have details on it. Like, think like air vents and like maybe, I don't know, maybe it needs weapons. We'll come up with some like doodads to put on it. But I mean, like the overall structure, I feel like feels, I mean, there is a little bit of a raise, but it's not much. It's like, I would say maybe a block would get us where we need to go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence on both numbers. I'm on the fence on these panels. I do like this being wider. So having this being even bits of 2, I think is good. I feel like this is a good decision. I might try that one more time with the vertical to see which one we like. We know we're going to be making it narrower. Like, I know that the width of this is definitely how we're going to do it. Also, it creates a lot of nice detail through here, but this is much nicer than how wide it was before. It almost feels like it needs heavier bottom parts too. What if you only had the number on the right-hand side of each intersection? Oh, I don't know if I'm putting numbers on both of them. I'm doing this on purpose now to compare them, to look at back and forth and see like an A-B contrast. I have no idea whether there's going to be numbers on all of them, whether there's going to be numbers on one. Like, I don't know. Nah, that doesn't look good either. I think the thing that's missing is that I don't have any landscaping. Like, it doesn't feel like it's going into the ground at all. It just kind of like it's plopped on top. So we're still at that stage where those kind of details have yet to be decided on. Maybe it's not even organic. Like, maybe there's just more stone or metal or road or like whatever it is. There needs to be something, I think, that helps it feel like it's part of the landscape. I feel like this feels like a really solid first draft, and this does feel like a good second draft. Like, I feel like it's getting more advanced in terms of its shape. Even just completing the end of it, I think, makes a big difference too. I wonder if this would be worth putting in another orange stripe. So instead of having it on the back, having it on the front. Sort of like this. Like they've got a thin one on the front there. I wonder if that would be a good way. Like, have the actual depth change and the color change happen at the same time. Yeah, we gotta look at it from the ground more. I feel like the ground experience is just a little bit different. And I wish that these were more parallel. Yeah. Still lots of decisions to be made. However, the decision now is, where am I going to send you all to watch some more Minecraft? Let me just see who's live here. We've been able to raid hermits quite a bit because there's a new Hermitcraft season. Pearlescent Moon is live. Let's do that. Oh, Impulse also just started, maybe? Any preferences? Pearlescent Moon or Impulse? I am fine with either. Let me know in chat. Spam it. Thanks very much for hanging out, folks. Really appreciate the follows. Really appreciate the subs and the bits. I really have a lot of fun doing this, and it's coming along. I think we're doing pretty well. You can, of course, follow me on social media. TikTok is Joel Duggan. Everything is Joel Duggan, but TikTok is where I post clips of streams that you might have missed. You can also check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's totally free on your favorite podcasting app, and you can check out Patreon. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Support the stream for $2 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee, and you get to join the Discord, as well as support me to do more of the streaming stuff. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for the mod help, Sandy, and I will see you all tomorrow, which is Thursday, 9 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. We're going to raid Pearl. Bye for now.